you're listening to the Mackay and T Show podcast. Here are your hosts, Brian Mackay and T Davis.
What time is it?
It's time for the Mackay and T Show.
What time is it?
I said it's time for the Mackay and T Show.
Welcome back to the Mackay and T Show podcast. T, we are actually. You know what? Let me just start differently. Let me say, because we are recording, even though this is going to go out on Monday, we are recording this on Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, but especially to our mothers.
Yes. Hey, Mama.
and on top of Mother's Day, this weekend a lot of college graduations are happening. So, it's like a double shot of goodness for all the mothers out there, because you got Mother's Day and your babies are graduating from college, and
Shout out Jenny. Hey, Andrew.
My favorite video I saw yesterday was from South Carolina. The guy that plays Cocky, their mascot, graduated. And he graduates with the big old feet from the mascot feet. He wore them.
Aww.
And literally, when he came in, they called his name in. They started playing the theme song, and he goes down the aisle doing a little chant. And I mean, he always got his feet on, so you see the rest of his body. But
right.
So awesome. I was like, that's cool. That's really cool.
Because usually they tell them not to tell who under there.
Right, but we in 2022, so there's peek behind the curtain now.
I feel like they still tell them that, because I kept meeting the
they do
bear before the shark, and the bear. I was like, this bear keep being different sizes, because I always want to run up, take a picture with him. And I was like, you keep being different heights.
This is true, because I got every picture you ever took with that bear, and they all a different size. Rest in peace.
Yeah, so
look, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. Thank you, Lord.
Rest in peace to Rebel. I think that actual bear is at another school now. I can't remember what school it is, but we have shipped mascot to another school.
They sold it.
Yes. I heard this on a podcast. Yes, I'm like,
that's shame. That should have been kept for the archives.
Yes, that deep in the archives. Bless his heart.
No, I mean, like it seems like colleges would have a museum of like when
they could have put it in the Manning Center, where they got all them jerseys and stuff, and they could have put the little bear right there. R.I.P. So yes, happy Mother's Day, happy graduation day. Speaking of mothers, I'm fixing to go out there to South Carolina in about actually Friday will be the day I ship out. Saturday and Sunday will be 24 hours of nothing but net, presented by Debbie Antonelli. So I've been talking about it on the podcast, and we've been, kind of discussing it. But we've got a bunch of great guests lined up. We got Robin Roberts, Don Staley, Darius Rucker,
CC.
all kind of big names, and I know it's escaping me. Coach K, Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski will be on the broadcast. We got music.
Did Ernie make it?
Who?
Ernie
Johnson.
Yes.
Yes, Ernie Johnson will be on the broadcast.
Lord, I think I called him Ernie Smith. That's hilarious. Go ahead.
Hilarious. Kenny and Ernie together. Ernie and Kenny. Well, that's how Bernie and Ernie and Kenny. So many big names, and all the Special Olympic athletes that we'll have on as well. Well, just their stories and just listening to their excitement about the World Games coming up in Orlando this summer. it's a bunch of it's fun. It's fun to listen to. It's gonna be a good time. We got a lot of musical acts. Gonna have a bunch of stuff live. And Lord willing, Debbie keep shooting the free throws the way she's been shooting. She averaging 92%
Well,
for her first 3
I
years.
don't think she listens to our podcast, but Debbie, stop being selfish and let your ego go ahead and sit it down and let some other people share in the free throws. You get actually Don Staley, you could have got Ernie, all of them. Lord, I don't know if Ernie can shoot a free throw. To shoot 100 free throws and record it.
We those days are into, very quickly into the future. I know her original goal, which is happening faster than she thought it would, was to raise $1 million, and we've got 415,000. So, we're on our way. And once she raised $1 million, she was going to kind of spread the wealth and let other people shoot with her. But
yeah,
so yeah, that may be coming quicker than we imagine.
Don't be selfish, Debbie. Do the right thing.
But yes, so 24hoursmbn.com is where you can go to get more information and to donate. And if you want to follow along, it's at 24hoursmbn all together on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you just search that, it'll bring you straight to those pages. 24 hours in.
And is this something that we can win? Like last time, the outdoor court thing that man.
Thank you. The sponsors this year are the same as last year. We have Dr. Dish is giving away a home edition shooting machine, and the Years of Experience are coming with a 4 nights, 4 days and three nights, 4 days. Yeah, 4 days, 3 nights, with 4 hopper passes to the Walt Disney World Resort. So that'll be sweet.
Okay.
In fact, I'm glad you said that because I need to see if Debbie can track down last year's winners, because we're supposed to put the video out to prove that they actually was winners from last year.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, did you know? Not that I was gonna know a soul, but
I know somebody. I know somebody won it, but I don't know who it was.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, gonna be all of that. It's gonna be a good time. We're raising money, and it's all for Special Olympics. All proceeds go to Special Olympics. So hey, it's your money's going to a good place, because, like you'll hear Robin Roberts say, everybody deserves to have a chance to play. Everybody deserves to be.
Well, I don't know that I agree with that, because I don't see some people that should probably do something else. But go ahead. So are we saying play in the form of just play something?
Yes, everybody has a chance. Should have a chance to be included. And this is a great.
You probably need to get a piano lessons, because this ain't it for you. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You don't seen it, Brian. Be like, baby, you have no athletic bone in your body.
Oh, I understand.
Just go get a piano lesson.
Well, there's more to the quote,
too much with a piano.
There's more to the quote, because it's not just play. Like she understands not everybody can be a college athlete. Not everybody should be a pro.
It don't have nothing to do with being a college athlete. Yeah, I see plenty of dudes out playing at pickup. They make it and they ain't going to the college.
There's been plenty.
Everybody's just
look. We've seen some women's players that shouldn't have been on the
And then that's that. So sometimes you just ain't athletic, and I know you love sports, and you just be like, be a referee or something. I don't know.
But anyway, but no, it's a great cause. It's a great time. I'm not expecting everyone to be able to watch all 24 hours, but if you follow along on the social media platforms, you will see who's coming up next, because your boy is in charge of putting out different social media posts on who's coming up and what time this person's coming up, things like that. So you'll see who's when, what, where, and why. And if you want to tune in, then that'll be great. And just like last year, we're hoping that every hour the total of donations increases, and it just so happened that every hour we got more money last year. So hopefully that same thing happens this year. But yeah, great time.
Well, we love the kids. They have
nothing but fun. All for Special Olympics. next, just to poorly transition, I want to kind of give a little bit about Doctor Strange. I thought it was really good. I give it a solid A. I know the cinema score on it I saw this weekend came out was a B plus. I give it a solid A for me. I thought it did
Mm-hmm.
well to. Now it was already 2.5 hours. It probably could have gone another 30 minutes but they're holding true to their word. If you don't watch the TV shows and all that stuff on Disney Plus, you're not going to understand every movie
Some
because
of the stuff that's happening.
yeah, because you're not going to understand why this movie came out and Wanda is gone rogue from the jump. You're not going to understand why she's got so much grief. You're not going to understand that if you don't watch the.
Oh, this is spoiler alert. I guess you probably need because
Oh
you just
yeah.
said she gone rogue. Spoiler alert.
Well, this will go out on Monday, so the embargo will be lifted on spoilers. So yeah, Wanda Wanda's grieving, folks. She's still grieving from the events of WandaVision that where she lost, basically Vision again, lost her children that she created. Um, so she's out there trying to find a way to
True,
jump.
she crazy. That's hilarious.
she watching. She watching. She's out there trying to find a way to get into the multiverse. She's reading that Darkhold book. She's trying to find a way to get into the multiverse to find her children. So the movie kicks off with Doctor Strange having dreams, and he's dreaming of himself with a little girl, and they're jumping through portals, going through all these look like they're in the dark dimension, and they're trying to get after this book. And you hear the book's name is called the Book of Ashanti. It's not the Darkhold; it's another book. It's the Book of Ashanti. Um, just like the evil book, the evil witch and the good witch in Oz and the Wizard of Oz. It's the evil book and the good book. So
Oh,
yeah. So but they're being chased by this monster. Now he wakes up from this dream. He's going about his day. He's going to the wedding of Christine, his lover from the first Doctor Strange movie. Um, she is marrying a man who is a 150% a Doctor Strange fan. I mean, he just like just a crazy mad fan. Loves Doctor Strange. So the fact that he's at the wedding, the groom is just all about. Which there's a lot of funny moments that happen at the wedding. Doctor Strange turns Christine's glass of water into wine and all this. Sacrilegious, but whatever. But no, during the wedding, during the after the wedding, they're at the little celebration and everything, and there's this monster that's terrorizing downtown New York. Well, Doctor Strange gets into his get up and he goes down to investigate. He sees the same girl from the dreams being chased by a monster, and he goes out to help her. Wong shows up through a portal. They're both out there helping. Now remember, Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme now because Doctor Strange blipped for 5 years. You find that out in Spider-Man No Way Home, for anybody that hadn't seen that movie. So they're out there. They're both going after the monster. They finally get rid of the monster and save the girl and find out that this girl, her name is America Chavez. Same girl from Doctor Strange's dreams. And her ability is to open up portals and go through different multiverses. But she don't know how to control her powers. She only can open up a portal when she gets scared. So she got scared, opened up a portal, and wound up in our Earth. We find out that our Earth is Earth 616. So that's that rolls with the where the comics are. So we're Earth 616. So they take her to Caricatures, which is where all the sorcerers are out there, sorcerers in training, all of that. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cold. I gotta wet my whistle a little bit.
Oh Lord.
So they take her to Caricatures and they try to figure out what to do with her. Well, they realize that um, there's some witchcraft involved in what's going on. So the only witch they know of is Wanda. Has witchcraft powers. So Doctor Strange goes to visit. He sees that she's living out on this beautiful, beautiful acreage and got trees and stuff growing all around. Um, Come to find out, that's all an illusion. She has done made up this whole situation again.
Another one.
Yes, but it's nobody's involved. She's not hurting anybody here. She's just out there on her own. And she actually mentions America Chavez by name when Doctor Strange is talking about her. And she said, "Why don't you bring America here?" And then she kind of stops herself and it's like, "You never told me her name, did you?" So it's Wanda who is manifesting these monsters, chasing this girl through these multiverses. So she's trying to bring her to
Back to
her,
where she is.
and she's gonna try and take her powers so she can hop multiverses.
Okay, look, don't tell everything, Brian.
I'm not.
So,
I'm fixing to skip.
Because I don't. You telling all the spoilers.
Yes.
So get to the crazy part. Where does all fall apart?
So we get to a point where America gets scared again. Oh, because Wanda obviously comes to Caricatures trying to get America. America gets scared again. Her and Doctor Strange fall through a portal, and they end up in Earth 838. Now, Earth 838 is thriving. It's got beautiful. It's everything is beautiful. Everything is great. Well, they meet. They go to, what's the name of his house? I can't think of it. It's on Bleecker Street. The Sanctum. They go to the Sanctum of 838 because stands to reason if there's a Doctor Strange on every universe, then they need to go see the Doctor Strange of that universe. Well, the Doctor Strange of this universe, or the one who is living at the Sanctum, is Mordo from the first Doctor Strange. But it's not that same one, but they basically are the same person, just different. So, come to find out, the Doctor Strange of that universe.
Well, if you watch, like you said, if you watched Loki, you'll know how that works. Go ahead.
Right. So, yeah, and they tie in all that. It's beautiful. So he brings them. Well, actually, he's talking to them, and they're explaining to them how they got there. And while he's talking to them, he basically puts them to sleep with a little potion in the tea they're drinking. So they fall asleep and wake up, and they're in a prison. Well, this is where in the trailer you see, and he comes in and says, "The Illuminati will see you now." So they bring Doctor Strange in to see the Illuminati. The Illuminati is Professor X with the green suit and the yellow hover car. We got Black Bolt from the Inhumans, the one that can speak and ignite a big pulse and take anything out. He never really speaks, but only to attack. So, and it's Black Bolt. It's the guy that plays Black Bolt from the Inhumans TV show that was short-lived on ABC. For anyone that watched that, it's the same actor. Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four, played by John Krasinski. And then, let's see who else. Captain Carter from Peggy Carter, who obviously is taking the serum in this reality. And Maria Rambo, not Monica for anyone. She's not the daughter. We're talking about the mother.
Because I was looking that up. Yeah.
Right. This was friend of Captain Marvel in our reality. This is Maria. She's the one who absorbed the stone and became Captain Marvel. So, just like our Avengers were pretty arrogant about themselves, this Illuminati is very arrogant. They have because Doctor Strange is trying to warn them that, Wanda is coming. She's going to come. She's trying to get this girl. Y'all need to do something. Well, their Wanda Maximoff is has the powers or whatever. I would assume we never see that, but she's living her life. She's got her 2 boys, and everything is great. So they don't think nothing about that. They think they can handle this just fine. Because come to find out, their Doctor
Oh, Lord.
Strange in 838 read the Darkhold, so he got corrupted, and they took him out. The Illuminati, that Black Bolt, did his little thing where he speaks and takes that Doctor Strange out. So, like I said, just like our Avengers got kind of arrogant about things, they're very arrogant. They don't think they have any problem with Wanda coming in. Well, she comes in and she wipes out all of them, and
Oh, well.
yeah, she takes them all out. So all the cameos short lived.
You tried to.
So yeah, yeah. So all those great cameos were short. Hopefully, we get to see more of that. Because I'll just kind of skip ahead. So basically, what happens is, there's a bunch of big fights, and the Defender, what they're calling him Defender Strange, that was in Doctor Strange's dream at the beginning of the movie with America from his universe. He's trying to help America. He dies. Well, his body comes through the portal with America to our universe. They bury him in our universe. So when our Doctor Strange gets separated from America in 838 in that new universe that we found out with the Illuminati, he gets separated from her because Wanda takes America and kind of ships him through one of her portals. And
Wanda, I was so hoping she would not be a bad person.
Well, and it's not her. She has done taken over the body of the Wanda from the 838. So there's a bunch of dream walking going on, and so that's what they're calling it. She's taking over the body of the 838 Wanda.
So she's moving through verses,
basically. So.
Hold on, what's the word metaverse mean?
Doctor Strange and Christine from 838. Because I didn't tell you this. Christine is a big time doctor in 838. She was actually in charge of the prison, the little cubes that Doctor Strange in America were put in before they met the Illuminati, and she has Ultron bots helping her. So Christine from 838 and our Doctor Strange get shipped to this other dimension that's like it's been torn apart. The only person that looks like this living in this universe is that Doctor Strange, which has been corrupted by the Darkhold. He's got a third eye, and he's just an evil guy. So him and our Doctor Strange battle. Our Doctor Strange wins. He gets the Darkhold because he thinks that's the only way that he's gonna be able to beat Wanda. Well, we find out, and if you've watched Doctor Strange, he has photographic memory. So he's reading that Darkhold like that. He's got it all memorized, and he's working his magic. He dream walks with the dead body from the Defender Strange at the beginning of the movie that they buried in our universe. He dreams walks with that Defender Strange to go to the mountain where Wanda has America trapped, because there's this big mountain that supposedly has all the Darkhold written on it. And there's basically a shrine to the Scarlet Witch up there. So she's got America up there. They got all the Darkhold everywhere. And he goes in the dead body, basically like a walking zombie from the What If comics, from the What If show. He goes up there with this dead body, and he's dream walking, and he fights off, and he realizes, or him and Wong both get to a point, because Wong is there, because that's how Wanda got there. She used Wong's portals and then disposed of him. She thought he was dead, but he was just hanging down the mountain. So they go down, they go to fighting off Wanda, and so it comes to a point where they think the only way to beat Wanda is for Doctor Strange to take America's powers and use them against Wanda. Well, Doctor Strange makes a different choice. he
Of
explains to America,
course.
you use your powers. You can control them. I know you don't think you can, but you can control them and you take. So she uses her powers to take Wanda to the house where 838's Wanda is, and with her children. And Wanda goes in there and she knocks out that 838 Wanda. And she goes over to her children. Well, her children are scared to death because they don't know who this is. She's in her Scarlet Witch get up. They're scared of her. They're petrified. And she just loses it. She sits down on her knees and she just realizes at that point that it doesn't matter if she takes these children or not. They're never going to see her as their mother. They're never going to love her that way. And the Wanda from 838 gets up and she walks over to her and she puts her hand. You see this in the trailer. She walks over to her and she puts her hand on her cheek and she said, just know that they will be loved. And our Wanda just breaks down crying and basically, because that was her way of letting her know, these aren't yours, but they're mine and I'm going to take care of them and they're going to be loved. And thank you, because she's now been brainwashed. I mean, she's seen that our Wanda created. I mean, obviously she's been in her brain, so she's seen all of her thoughts. So she knows that I wanted to create these children, and that's what we're led to believe. But so that's how basically Wanda realizes at that point she's kind of doomed to not
So
have.
Wanda is the bad person in this. The villain, not I guess for this movie.
Yeah, just like any other villain in Marvel, they have a good quality or they have a good reason for doing what they're doing. They just go about it the wrong way. So Wanda basically ends the movie by saying, I guess since I opened the dark code, I have to be the one to close it. Good, because there's a shrine to you with the dark code written all over it. Yeah, you definitely are in charge of it. So she wipes out every dark code in every universe. And the way she finishes it, she brings down the mountain on top of herself. Now, you're led to believe that she died. But we don't see her die. And at the end, when the mountain is falling down, there's this pink mist that kind of shoots out like her powers are being used. So she's gonna come back. So
Of course.
that's how they end. America Chavez is now kind of like a sorcerer in training. She's at Caricatures with the rest of the sorcerers, and they're training her just like they would any other sorcerer. Doctor Strange in the mid-credit scene is walking down the street and he gets somebody hollers, so Doctor Strange turns around and it's Charlize Theron playing Clea. She's done opened up a portal and she said, "Hey, you caused an incursion. Are you gonna help me fix it?" So he gets his little get up on, and that's when we see he has the third eye. He has, and since he's been corrupted by the dark code, so he's got a third eye now. But clearly, his is going to be a good. He's not going to be evil like that Doctor Strange was. We hope. But they go off into this portal to save that dimension. And in the comics, Clea winds up being a love interest of his, so I'm sure that's where they'll take that. But yeah, the action starts from the literal jump, the beginning of the movie, and it don't stop.
So, yeah.
Questions? Look, questions cause concern.
No, I don't want no questions. I can't wait to see it. Will this come to Disney Plus at some point?
Oh yeah, it will. This will be in the theater for a while. Probably about
right.
Probably about the end of the summer, maybe.
And then throw them a run through and all that, and they'll be like, okay, that's enough of that. We'll release it. I'm sure they'll charge $19.99 though, like in July or something. They try to make that quick little buck.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do that again after Black Widow.
They might not do that. Oh, okay.
Black Widow sued them and won. So.
Oh, okay. But they could have known that. That was just they would know now to put it in the contract, so it wouldn't be a problem if they did it again. But that's in a person's contract.
Yes.
You would think. Anyway, so What is your favorite origin story of the Marvels? I mean, I guess DC is fine too.
I don't know. I think honestly,
Well, one of them, right? It ain't gotta be the absolute.
I think between Doctor Strange, Black Panther, and Captain Marvel. I liked all three of those.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Right now, mine is Moon Knight.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I didn't think about TV shows. Yes, Moon Knight.
I was like,
That's there.
I ain't watched episode 6 yet, which Lord's willing, today I'll get that one out. As I got through episode 5, I was like, this might be the best origin story that I've seen. Probably since Batman, when they finally found a good Batman re-entry to, give us an origin for him. I was just like, what? That's how you came up with Steven? And that's why you came up with, like, that whole thing I was like, this is brilliant.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm gonna be sad when episode 6 is over.
Oh, listen, you're gonna enjoy it because just like everything in Marvel, it's continuing to the next thing.
So I was just like, so right now, that's mine, and I've enjoyed. I've enjoyed seeing how Captain America was born, created and all, and I didn't think, I didn't feel like Black Panther had an origin story. You counting when his daddy get killed and he just pop up and be the new Black Panther, or
I guess because I'm blending what happened in Civil War, because obviously that's where he becomes Black Panther because his daddy dies.
Right.
And
Yeah. They probably need to do an origin story of the Black Panther, not necessarily the one that we met at the beginning, but just how it was formed. The Black Panther came to be, and they find the all the stuff, the metal. That what's his name wanted to steal the metal that they do all the special metal that's in Wakanda.
Oh, the vibranium.
Yeah, the vibranium. I feel like they can do a Black Panther origin story, and it don't have to be around Chadwick at all because there were Black Panthers before him. But yeah, right now Moon Knight is mine. I've enjoyed and I just, interestingly, I thought I wasn't gonna like it just from the trailers, but I've enjoyed every episode of
That's what I was about to say. You were very adamant that you didn't think you were gonna like it at all, just judging off.
Yeah, I did not.
So
yeah,
that's
because
really
I was
cool.
thinking it was gonna be like a scary movie stuff. I don't like horror movies and stuff, but it's far from that.
Right.
And this man need I would give him a Timmy if I had my awards out. He would get one.
Yes, a Timmy.
He sure would, because he sure played that split person, dissociated and the disorder.
Oscar Isaac is the perfect casting for this. God, he's good.
And I didn't realize Oscar was in. Was it Now You See Me? He was in something. I was like, Lord, I'm just now recognizing you after you had this good role in Moon Knight. I'm sure that man been in a whole bunch of stuff.
Now, I'm not gonna spoil nothing for you, but you just know that, because they've been kind of hinting at it, but just know he plays 3 different characters. He don't.
They done did.
How he can play 3 opposite different characters.
Steven died. I was sad a little bit. I was like, oh, I like the British accent in Steven. I mean, I think that's his regular voice, and he changes his voice for his American.
Oh, and I didn't talk about this in the Doctor Strange review, but the dream walking is apparently our version of like supposedly if we're dreaming,
Sleepwalking.
we're seeing ourselves in different universe. That's what they're telling you when you
That's
dream.
what they saying that means.
Yes, in America,
Oh, that's interesting.
America Chavez is the only one of her kind because she doesn't dream. So there's no other America Chavez than the multiverse. And
Okay. So yeah,
but
when I dream,
I thought about that
I'm
because
not always in them.
you thought about.
Are you always in yours?
No, that's so that didn't work out for us. Yeah. But I thought you're talking about Moon Knight. Let me think of that because in Moon Knight we see what I guess our kind of ancestral plane would be like the Black Panther ancestral plane is they're by the trees and they're all panthers.
Oh, you mean when he was in the?
So we're led to believe, and I've been kind of listening to all these YouTube people talk, and we're led to believe that that's kind of what our ancestral plane would be after we pass, and that's kind of what maybe Tony Stark went through after he died. So,
well, I know what's funny is the hippopotamus.
Oh Lord, yes, yeah. She is actually some kind of Egyptian god. I don't know her name, but
yeah, she said whatever her name was, but it's funny. She dressed up in the Egyptian.
That's the cool thing about Steven. Steven is good for Mark because Steven knows so much about Egyptian, folklore and all that.
Yeah, Mark does too, because Mark Steven. So, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. The scales have been balanced. Mark Steven, it's okay.
Yes, they have. Yes. We have rectified the fact that Mark get beat, and he's fine now. He's okay.
That was crazy. The mom lost her mind that bad, where she took all of that out because the youngest son didn't make it.
Yep.
Come on, man. But yes, it was brilliant. It was well written. You didn't know where they was going, and then when you got there, it was like, this is beautiful. Anyway, this again for now is my favorite origin story of how Moon Knight has come to be.
Well,
but maybe some down the road. Well, the only thing is, what do we? So Boston may be better than I thought, but they're not as good as I feel like some people was acting like. They still a young team.
They had every chance in the world to win yesterday.
They did. What you think about the 3-point shot? That they called the foul on the screen. When he go over the screen and he act like he was finna go into the shooting motion, but they told him it was a 2-point. That he got fouled before he.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
you ain't see Marcus Smart.
Yeah, I know you talking. Yeah, I just.
Okay.
I hate to talk about officials, but I know not just in that game, but they had a game. The WNBA opened up its season this weekend, and there was a foul called in the Chicago-LA game where literally they show you in the replay, and they go and they look at it, and they still got it be called a foul. But they show you the replay where Dana Evans for Chicago ducks under and never even touches the shooter, never even grazes her. And they called a foul and gave her 3 shots, and they tied it, went to overtime, and LA wound up winning. I don't know.
So that's a case of humans don't want to be wrong.
That's the problem.
And so
they
go see what they want to see, and that should be a different person. It shouldn't be the people that call the play. It should be another official on the sideline.
There should be somebody over there, or somebody
that was an error,
like they do in the NFL, where they call
that. Yeah, that should be called by somebody else, because once you're human, like that's just human. You don't want to be wrong, and you get over there. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. But everybody else like, what are you talking about? Where? What are you seeing?
Exactly.
So they probably need to do that. Have a unbiased official do those replays, and it feel like it wouldn't take so long because then they start congregating and talking about it. Be like, look, you missed the call. He was in the act of shooting. Now I don't know what the NBA's rules are on continuation because sometimes it seems like guys take another step or two in shooting. They be like, oh, that's a continuation. But then on that, when he flung his arm up like he was going to shoot, well, it could have. He might have been shooting. You can't assume that he wasn't shooting, and so he might should have been shooting three free throws.
Right.
So yeah. They need to get a fourth official out there.
Yeah.
But they probably like, T, you trying to spend our money? We have to pay these
in the
people.
NBA. They got it.
Right. So that I wanted to be said. Was this the series that you said you thought was gonna be tight?
No.
Because Memphis got beat up.
Because the one that I thought was going to be tight probably just took a big hit yesterday with Ja Morant getting hurt. I thought Memphis and Golden State, I thought had a chance to beat.
Yeah, I just thought they was too young. Besides Ja getting hurt, just how just the playoffs and when you scoring stuff, the dancing, like this ain't time for that. You can do that in the regular season. I don't care for it then either. Like you've never shot or never seen anybody. Even Steph Curry with the antics like after three. I'm just like, yeah. I mean, you know you can do it. We've seen you hit all kinds of shots. Why all these antics? Like it's not good for these young kids that see you and want to do and be like, look, you're not Steph Curry. Anywho, that's my thing with it.
Memphis is
but
one
Memphis
more
just so young.
Yeah. Memphis is one more score and some growth away. They need one more score and some growth.
They need that pain of losing this series, and because Minnesota couldn't give them.
Because
all the mistakes they made in Minnesota, they can't do all that. Hope we come back from down 20 and all that. So go ahead. You was gonna say what?
This is going to help them. That, like you said, losing is going to help them because I know I'm a pretty avid NBA, basketball fan in general, and I couldn't have told you that they were fixing to make the run they did to get where they are at the beginning of the season. So I'm pretty sure not too many other people had them going this far. So take this, be excited that you got this far, see that the future is bright. If you can stay together, get you another score, and Memphis could be doing something in another year.
Yeah, so that series, the Suns, and I thought that Dallas was better than they are, but they not. Dallas is not. And so Phoenix probably finished them off in 5. Who else playing? Who else on the East? Oh, that Miami, whatever. Philly series kind of been boring.
Yeah, because they just two defensive teams. I mean, James Harden hasn't been the offensive explosion that they traded.
Hot garbage.
That trade has been even 50-50 because Ben Simmons literally
he got back surgery
for Brooklyn, and then James has done nothing for Philly. So,
well, I mean, you look into the future. Did James sign an extension before he left the Nets?
I don't know. I don't think
so. Because I sure wouldn't give him one with this kind of performance. I'd be like, you need to take your last year, and we'll offer you an extension after that. Because this right here, this not showing up in the playoffs, ain't it?
Nope.
Y'all just had that same thing. They said he shot like once or something in the fourth quarter, or 10 shots in the second half. I was like, y'all was just complaining about Ben Simmons. Now y'all got another lefty doing the same thing, not showing up when y'all need it offensively. So, way to go. You think what's his name? Gonna survive the Nets? He probably should have never had the job, but he had it. So you think he's gonna get fired? Because he definitely ain't ready to be coaching them.
I hope so. Hopefully they just let him walk.
I'm cheering for us to get the Milwaukee assistant,
Darvin Ham.
Yeah.
And by us, if you're new to us, if you're new, then hey, where you been? Look, where you been?
You don't know.
But by us, T is referring to her Lakers.
Yeah, if you don't know, we shouldn't even have to discuss this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So Darvin Ham, or if not, I'll just be like, give Phil Hannity a chance.
Yeah.
Because he said he ready to take the step. And he been around winning teams. He was with Warriors when they won. He was with Lakers when they won that last one. He know a winning atmosphere and what it takes. And he well respected by all the players across the league.
Yes. Well.
So yeah, that's all I had to say about that. And yeah, happy Mother's Day, y'all. I hope y'all did something good for your mothers.
Yes, I'm actually about to go out here, get ready. We cooking breakfast. My mom, my grandmother, and my sister are going to brunch. Mm-hmm. They're going off and having brunch together, and me and Dad and my brother-in-law will be babysitting and eating breakfast food, and probably swimming and something.
Oh, that's y'all first gift is to take care of the kids while they go have fun.
That would be it. So,
okay. Are y'all cooking dinner?
Yes. And my diet.
Oh, this don't sound good.
My diet is back on.
This ain't
people.
Which one you on?
Speaking of my nieces, diet is back on. I went to show a birthday video that I had created for one of my nieces. Got a birthday coming up this week. And of course, I pull up the Apple TV, and it has, when you pull up the photo app, it shows all the photos that are on my phone. Well, one of the photos is this cartoon character of a really, really heavy set man in a Spider-Man costume with his belly hanging out and all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. Now, you don't see the man's face. It's covered up by the Spider-Man costume, the mask. My niece walks
Not
in
one of the
the
kids
room
said that
and hollers out, "Look at Bubba in the Spider-Man suit."
Oh, Lord Jesus, keep me near the cross.
So, yes. And then, of course, my other niece walks in, and they both was going back and forth talking about, "Look at Bubba, look at Bubba."
That's what I feel. Lord have mercy.
So, I strongly dislike children right now.
We love the kids. You know they're going to tell the truth.
Diet is back on, people.
Which kind you eat and what diet? So Brian is using the word diet incorrectly. What modifications are you making to your diet? If you're eating something, it's a diet. We're all on a diet. So when people say that, it's like, oh, people make the assumption that you're trying to lose weight. But we're all on a diet. What restrictions are you making to your diet so that you can lose weight?
Yes, let me rephrase. Modifications to my diet have begun. Yes, so I don't, I got to do something. Really, it's more about exercising. I'm thinking start exercising better. I don't do that enough.
Yeah, you were going in the morning and doing
yes, I need to get back to that.
Yeah, but I ain't heard you say that in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, yeah, in all seriousness, I need to get back to that because I was feeling really good when I was doing that. But yes, 24 hours, NBN.com. All we're asking for everyone, if they just want to give 1 penny for every shot, every free throw shot that Devin makes, that's $24. If everyone could just get $24, that we'll be well on our way. But
I need David to share. That's all I want for Christmas. That's what I want for my $24. I'm gonna send it to you.
Look, I'll be sure to let her know that you sent it, and then she can shout you out during the 24 hours marathon. May 14th
every year I say this.
May 14th and 15th, people on Facebook and YouTube. Follow us at 24 Hours NBN. Yeah, yes, and get that money. Give me that look. Let me see that paper.
Yeah, maybe I can win this Disney trip. That ain't what I'm giving, but
yeah, see, and there's incentives. There's incentives to give. But as always,
drive down the street.
As always, I am one of your hosts. Oh, next week, no podcast unless we record later on next week because I'll be flying back Monday. But yeah, so unless we can find a time later on the following week, we might not have a show. But you never know what happens. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Brian Mackay, and I am with
T. Happy Mother's Day, Davis.
And this has been the Mackay and T Show podcast. Thank you for listening.
This is the Mackay and T Show. This is the Mackay and T Show. We talk movies and TV shows, sports and world news, coasting like on a world cruise. Hosted by Brian Mackay and T Davis. Yeah. You can't tame us. We're going to the top, we're becoming famous.
What time is it?
It's time for the Mackay and T Show.
What time is it?
I said it's time for the Mackay and T Show.